What's up, guys? And we're going to a technical breakdown of Strickland versus Dricus Duplessis, and we're going to be talking about some of the things that Duplessis can do better to win the fight more easily. Mostly because Strickland is actually pretty limited, and teaching him how to do all of these things, create adjustments. He's so much farther away from making the adjustments, but his adjustments are easier, right? One would be just crossing the line. Sean Strickland's a very bladed fighter. We're going to talk about that blade right now. Now notice he's going to be coming forward with primarily his lead shoulder, his left shoulder forward, and having to step forward to close distance because he can't do it with a left cross because his left shoulder is always the closest to the line. Now jab right there, and then he goes right into a little bit of a hook kind of thing, trying to be a little bit sneaky, okay? Obviously if you can be sneaky, be sneaky, but not that sneaky. Now, very interesting in the beginning of the fight, kind of like, jumping out and throwing his legs out. Very, very dangerous to get feinted like that and kind of stick your legs out there. Very, very dangerous if your opponent has follow-ups. Now, this was Sean Strickland's the only other strategy that he had in the whole fight other than throwing a jab into the hook. He threw a couple right hands, but throwing a teep right here. And there's always a lot of follow-up time on that kind of teep there. Now, I do want to point out Duplessis immediately going for a head kick here and kicking Sean Strickland in the face. This is one of the biggest reasons that he won the fight, in my opinion. And I would say so far, one of the most important things that Duplessis can do to be better at fighting Strickland, because Strickland was so bad at blocking this, just get a little bit more limber, get a little bit more flexible so you can throw this kick just a little bit harder at a higher range. And he'll probably just kick Sean Strickland out and knock him out just right away. But we're going to be talking about the teep a little bit later as it becomes more important when we see some of the film and how the fight develops. Good feinting from Duplessis, right? Got a lot of very, very good reactions, like trying to catch multiple punches from Strickland. And then again, scooting back off the line when the leg kick comes. Now, Sean Strickland kind of gasses, and he doesn't do that the whole time, and we're going to see some of that evidence as well. Little jab here. Again, I want to point out in this one here, this is actually he gets his way to the front foot, back foot, front foot, stepping jab. Okay, so we want to point out the fact that it's a stepping jab, and stepping jabs are very, very difficult to protect. I guess Khalil Roundtree fought a guy who threw a stepping jab, and when you see it coming, the guy just stepped on his leg. Right? Now, Duplessis is going to do some other shit. He's going to kick him in the leg a bunch of times. But here's that teep right here again, one of the mainstays of control for Sean Strickland. Mostly a jabbing fighter and a teeping fighter. But look at all the recovery time from that teep right there, having to get back and basically almost switch stances there with his legs. Now, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Again, stepping jab into a little leg kick. Now, very, very, very actually uncommon for Sean Strickland. I do think he used to kick legs a lot longer, or a lot more often when he was younger, but not so often anymore. Okay, stepping jab, random bullshit. And then again, a little bit of a teep here. And then again, he has to reset. And Sean getting kicked in the leg. Now, this is really, really, really important because I think it's the Dutch kickboxers that anytime you throw a kick at somebody, when you drop your leg, they look to make an attack on your line. They make a kick on your line or on your legs to catch you. This is something that Duplessis did actually kind of well to prevent Sean Strickland from throwing so many leg kicks. Rear hand. Now, again, take a look at Sean Strickland's defense here. Take a look at how out of position he is. He's pulling straight back. We all know that that's a very, very, very bad defense. We saw what happened to Anthony Joshua against Dubois. Now, getting hit with this jab here, I want to say basically for no reason. Duplessis had a very, very difficult time. Now, again, attacking the leg after the teep. Again, very, very, very important. But Duplessis did have a very, very difficult time in the beginning of the fight catching the jab and interacting with the jab. It was very, very interesting to see. Now, some spinning shit off the lead hand control that Sean's exhibiting on the line to stop his control of the line. Very, very classic tactic. Obviously we're not always throwing a spinning back fist, but as he starts to see more of Sean Strickland's jab, because Sean is always having the step with it, timing the teep, And then again, looking to attack him again immediately after the teep because Sean always has to reset, kicking him right in the liver. Control, shifting. Now walking him right into another head kick. Again, kicking him right in the face and doing a good job of using his active guard. Boom, getting Sean to walk into this shot and cross the line for him. All right. Again, Sean doesn't really have any head movement, so the fact that Duplessis could walk him into that shot was pretty impressive in my opinion. Now, another little tactic that Duplessis was starting to use against him, getting a little bit of control of that lead hand and then figuring out what to do with it. Now, the commentator said that Sean Strickland checked a lot of those kicks, but whether you check them or not, I think the damage that Duplessis is getting on the line, pushing him to the right side of the line here, and then again, kicking him in the face. Okay, and this one's not as clear here, but again, so close. If he had a little bit more flexibility to be able to add to that move, and then again, feinting, keeping control of Sean Strickland, Sean penduluming with that jab. Now, this is really interesting because he takes him down here, right? Gets him to the cage. And one of the things that I think that Duplessis did wrong here is in this position here, right? See how he landed this shot? He's going to continue trying to fight and wrestle him, right? And then when he lets go here, look at the terrible, awful, horrible, no good position that Sean Strickland is in. Duplessis used his wrestling to effectively put Sean Strickland in literally the worst position you could be in boxing, right? He strives so hard to be standing so tall. However, once confronted with this position, Duplessis immediately left instead of beating the goddamn dog shit out of him. Okay? And Duplessis was able to get control of Strickland, pin him against the fence, and get him in positions like this where Duplessis was the one letting go, but he doesn't have to let go like this. Okay, he needs to be taking advantage of his strikes, and he needs to be able to make Sean Strickland pay for being a crappy wrestler, right? Sean Strickland's going to be strong, and you're not going to be able to hold him down and like out wrestle him and just, wrestle fuck him. But you don't need to. Drop that stuff. Let go of the crappy grappling that you've got because he's too strong, he's too big, and just beat the crap out of him, right? You sacrifice your position. Good jab, right? You sacrifice your position for the strikes. Take them. Another stepping jab again from Sean Strickland. And again, not very good at dealing with this body kick here. Another one of those shots that Sean Strickland doesn't know, is it going to be that head kick or is it going to be that body kick? And Duplessis able to kind of land that kick at will against Strickland. Very, very, very impressive. Rear hand over the top, shifting. Now, as the fight progresses, again, right hand over the top as Strickland becomes more predictable with his stepping shot. And again, you can see him as he approaches the line to the front foot here. Boom, that's the timing. He is still getting Duplessis, but Duplessis is picking up on the timing, doing better and better each time. Rear hand over the top. And now Sean Strickland trying to get a little bit of a control after, right? But he's really getting outplayed here. Boom, control. Boom, control, counter, right? And Duplessis almost getting hit after there, kind of a little lackadaisical on his post-fight or his post-punching defense. But again, look at how effective he is at getting control of him, feinting him here, and then kicking him in the leg. Because of the way that Sean Strickland defends his line and he stays so tall and jumping straight back, pushing him off his line and then attacking him in the leg here where he has nearly no defense is an extremely, extremely high value tactic against Sean Strickland, especially because this is his main source of offense here, right? Coming on the line with a jab. Now, again, Duplessis immediately trying to get it back, not trying to let Sean Strickland get any points here. Random teep. Now he has to shift here. And again, look at the response from Duplessis. Beautiful, beautiful attacks. Again, countering him, making him pay for a very, very, very low value teep. And he gets kicked hard in the leg here while he's trying to reset. Now, did he check a little bit of it? Sure, maybe. But also, it just sucks to get kicked in the leg like that over and over and over again. It also sucks to get kicked in the face over and over and over again. Okay, because, again, he doesn't understand if it's going to be or he doesn't know if it's going to be a kick to the body or a kick to the head. Nobody will know until it's the last second, right? Not until Duplessis tells them. But decent jab, again, picking Duplessis off. And again, it was the only thing that he really did. All those jabs, jab, kick him in the leg. Beautiful, right? Again, du Plessis doing such a good job attacking the jab, kicking the leg, and again, I think attacking and kicking the leg is the most important thing. That one of the most important things that du Plessis can do, again, because Strickland doesn't really defend his legs. He's jumping off the line, penduluming off the line. Now, Strickland does have a habit of throwing random ass punches or combinations at the end of the round. So being prepared for Strickland to explode at the end of the round to try to steal it with like a right hand right there, instead of engaging with Strickland in the last 10 seconds, 5 seconds, great control of the line, kick him in the leg. Again, just showing him a bunch of random stuff to get control of him to open up a leg kick. Beautiful, beautiful work. But instead of in the last 5 or 10 seconds engaging with him and allowing him to use all the energy that he's conserved to throw these last final punches, just move away from him, right? Take the lead that you've built. Now again, feinting. Again, he's checking this kick a little bit. But again, getting kicked in the leg over and over and over again is very, very taxing. Decent shot right there. Just wanted to point that out. Boom. He doesn't know if it's going to be a kick to the head. It's going to be a kick to the liver and winds up being a teep, right? A few other things. Back foot from Sean Strickland, front foot, right? Trying to get into that rhythm. Back foot, front foot, and du Plessis timing that pendulum walk very, very well. One of the things that he actually does pretty well against everybody. Kicking him in the leg again. Now real quick. Kicks him in the leg. Here's the tell from Sean Strickland. I didn't like that. Touches his nose. Boom. Boom. I think he touched his nose there. Blocks this shot. Spinning shit. Not bad. Some decent chaining there from du Plessis. And we're going to talk about why that's so important later. Again, kicking him in the leg over and over and over again, alienating him from his jab. More spinning shit. Again, shoving him off of his line. And again, look at how open he is. Look at his defense. Look at his position here, right? What if he just came with a spinning back kick here? Boom, boom. And then it was a spinning back kick to the body, right? Then what if he just shifted and threw a left kick instead, right? Because he could throw a left kick to the body or to the head with that momentum as well. And then into a 1-2. Beautiful shot. And again, pushing Strickland off of his line and then following up on his own sequence on the next thing. Literally just blasting him in the body, right? Strickland didn't have anything to do. He didn't know what to do, getting controlled, right? Boom, boom, eats the body shot. And then again, Strickland touching his nose a little bit because he's nervous. Little leg kick from Strickland into a leg counter from du Plessis. Again, just one of those things. And then again, after going, du Plessis taking immediate control of the line and exploding on it to try to steal an opportunity to get some points while everyone's thinking, oh, well, we just went. We're going to relax for a couple sequences. Boom, control, leg kick. Again, great strategy from du Plessis. Control, countering over the top. Again, Sean Strickland really didn't have very much going for him in this fight. I don't know how people thought that he won. Other than Dricus, his face did look like hamburger meat. Now, I do want to say, boom, boom, all these long-ass sequences here, very, 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 very valuable for du Plessis because Sean Strickland is pretty sharp with his jab. But notice how quickly has been for him to push him off of his line, get control of him, and land a meaningful shot once he's already used up his jab timing, once he's already tried to use that move, right? There's the lead hand, okay? Making it around the lead hand, right? Again, made it around and landed a left hook. A very, very clean shot. Again, these long sequences are very good for du Plessis, and he's doing a very good job of getting control of Strickland and eating away at his poor defense, chasing him off the line in multiple beats. Now, I do want to say that, again, taking him down doesn't sacrifice his position, right? Again, he should, from this position, should be relaxing. Not relaxing, but I think he should not be spending this 26 seconds here. Boom, boom, wrestling. He should be sacrificing this position and just punching him, right? He's got such a huge advantage on the cage, and then he gets into this position where Sean Strickland is escaping for no reason. He's got the guy pinned on the ground. Just let him go and start punching him in the face, right? Just start boxing him here. You just scooped him, right? I know he's got his leg now, right? So he's kind of twisting him, but sacrificing the position earlier to take advantage of the massive advantage you just created. Okay. Now, I do want to say that I was somebody who picked jab, kick, leg, and leg, very important sequence. I picked Strickland to beat Adesanya. So I'm not just talking about my ass about, Strickland. I was pretty aware of how good he was, what he was capable of. Watched him pretty intently for that fight. Again, look at these long chains. All that pushing Strickland off the line because his defense is so bad, right? He has no defense here. And again, just sacrificing his position over and over and over again, almost like a free point, right? As soon as du Plessis gets past the jab, and again, I think that this is just such an easier order of magnitude to do for DDP than anything that Sean Strickland's going to be able to do. I just think that Strickland is so limited in his ability to chain his sequences together without overexerting himself. Being clever, he just doesn't have very many. He doesn't have very many moves, right? Jab. Sometimes he throws a rear hand, boom, kicked in the leg again, and again it's du Plessis that's pushing forward, even off of his own leg kicks, right? And how many of these leg kicks can Sean Strickland actually take? I would urge anyone to go back and look at a tape of Sean Strickland walking around, going to the press conference. Were his legs actually jacked up at all? I find it very interesting. Boom, stuck in this position. Look at du Plessis countering him. Again, so many of these sequences, Sean Strickland basically gave up because he has such poor post-punch defense. Again, he finally throws a rear hand here, still gets kicked in the body, eating a harder shot than he gave. Chasing him. Now, decent there, interrupting him with a 1-2. Not bad, not a bad one there. Boom, boom. Again, long sequence. I don't want to give credit to the blood, right? But it does become more apparent here. Now, real quick, du Plessis coming forward, got really good control of that lead hand. He finally throws a rear hand. But look at how bad it is. Look at how actually awful Strickland's right hand striking is. On average, absolutely fucking terrible. There's no way that this guy should be beating du Plessis. I also don't think that I thought that du Plessis was going to beat Sean Strickland. But du Plessis he has so many tools. He has so many things that he can do on the line. And Sean Strickland's rear hand sucks. He can't even really get going in a fight until a guy sits down and really starts sucking. Now again, Teep chasing him at the end of the round. Ooh, didn't get any value or anything there, but now the final clip here, boom, 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 good counter. Again, all off the jab, good block-ish, right? Is DDP getting tired? But all of this, right? All of this very, very, very diverse set of offense from DDP. All that sequence right there, countering with the 1-2 over, then faking the kick, and then going for the takedown, and then look at Sean Strickland's overreaction to being controlled. If DDP knew how to throw a proper punch, again, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy if you're interested, or you want to check out the 1-Inch Punch series to teach you, and you can learn how to do the striking stuff on your own. I highly recommend you start with checking out the Fouts Boxing Academy. It teaches you all that stuff. All that stuff with a base of boxing, especially because mixed martial arts, the base of all of combat is your boxing structure and your understanding of your boxing movements. This is just how it works. But anyway, check it out. It's $20 to sign up, $20 a month. If you want personalized coaching, it's $400 a year. I only do it by the year there. There's over 100 drills to teach you boxing, to make you learn boxing. Over 100 patterns, 100 different things to learn. There's also a bunch of Fouts Boxing Academy videos that you can start watching and immediately start learning and growing and understanding my style, and how I want to teach people to move around and understand what's really going on in the ring. Okay, it's very, very, very high level, very complex, very complicated. But if you give it a couple of weeks of learning the patterns and the movements, you'll start to understand the who, why, what, and where, and you'll see where all of these great fighters suck. Okay? Now, anyway, I'm actually predicting that Sean Strickland is going to get beat up by Duplessis, and then not get another title shot ever again. And that makes me wonder if he's actually going to wind up fighting David Goggins. Okay. Especially in boxing, because David Goggins is already in shape and really strong and all that stuff. I would be able to train David Goggins in a 6-month period. 6 month guaranteed. 6 months or less. David Goggins is in pretty good shape. I don't know if he's ever punched anything. He hung out with Tony Ferguson. It could be 1 month because he's in such good shape. He's so strong. But I could teach him to beat Sean Strickland in a fight easily. Sean Strickland's tools are so basic, easy to interact with, easy to see coming. You see, even when he fights Sneeko, he acts like he's giving him a shot. He acts like he's being a nice guy. But here's the thing. Not until Sneeko literally sits down and completely starts doing nothing does Sean Strickland really start wailing on him and being able to open up, because he can get planted, because he can create a structure and really start blasting him. But it's funny because Sean Strickland wanted to show the world what Sneeko, what's going to happen to those YouTuber guys who talk shit. But he really just embarrassed himself. He really just showed how limited he was of a striker. And I 100% believe that I could easily teach David Goggins, a guy who's strong and fit already, to easily be able to beat Sean Strickland in a boxing match in 6 months. And not just beat him barely. Beat the fucking dog shit out of him. Absolutely destroy him. KO. Okay? And if you guys want to learn how to do all that stuff, I promise you, in the first 5 minutes of you getting in there, you're going to realize what an incredible system it is. Every piece goes together. There's no redundancy. There's no, this doesn't work with this, doesn't work with that. The theory, everything is incredible. Just like you would expect from Fouts boxing. Okay? Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're looking for personalized coaching, again, don't go to the Patreon. Go to the Discord. The Discord is a much, much better resource. There's a community of people there. There's over 60 people part of the community, sending in videos, drills. A lot of people send in stuff private, but they're still part of the community. I'm going to start making them post their stuff too. But anyway, yeah, it's really cool. We also do boxing betting and stuff. Got like a pretty interesting community of people there for that. That it's also helps people learn why people are winning fights and why people are losing. So anyway, check it out. It's pretty cool later.